Hey repeaters, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first impressions, unboxing, and quick overview of an amazing bushcraft knife in Turkey. The brand is named Pars Bushcraft Knives. I recently received this about a day ago in the mail, and I got to check it out just a little bit on a hike. So let's go over this awesome knife and I'll tell you what I think about it. First, you just get this nice box, pretty simple. So inside, this is what you get. It comes included with a beautiful extra lever dangler. Check out this amazing sheath that comes with the knife. Top-notch Turkish lever work, of course. If you're into watches and stuff like me, you know that a lot of strap makers get their lever out of Turkey, get the lever straps made in Turkey. Adrian from Bark and Jack, for example. And this sheath has some really nice features. Cosmetically, it's very beautiful, obviously. Great job with the nice logo embossed in there. It's really cool that it actually comes with a little holder for your fire steel, and this particular knife, the Pars Pro model, comes with this fire steel included, which has a beautiful walnut handle. I'll talk more about this guy a little bit later, put it to the side. Going in on the sheath, cool mounting options, does have a nice dangler, and then an extension. This cool piece here, which I believe you can also use to mount if you want, just comes out. And you get that cool. So then if you want to go a bit more lean, just take this beautiful sheath. It has a really nice security pin. But even with this unlocked, this knife isn't going anywhere. Now, of course, we all came to see what this beautiful knife looks like, so here it is. That is awesome looking. So this is the Pars Pro model from Pars Bushcraft Knives, or Handmade, like I said, in Turkey. And let's go over some of the specs. So overall length from the full tang end here to the drop point is about 8.8 inches long. The blade length is your classic 110 millimeters, so 4¼ inches. Scandi ground. This steel is a German Schleppner steel, so it's kind of like a D2 mod. In other words, it's a tool steel, not carbon steel, and it's extremely durable. It can take a lot of abuse with batoning, things like that. This one, it has a beautiful full tang finish and an awesome walnut handle. The walnut handle has like a Pepsi bottle kind of finish on it with some nice red spacers between the scales. And very nice brass pins, lanyard hole, and a very comfortable grip in multiple options, of course. This, I believe, is about 1/4 inch tang, so it's quite thick. I'll compare it to another popular bushcraft knife with a very similar specs and dimension later on in the video. I'm really digging the Pars knife bushcraft logo that's also in there. So overall, a very beautiful and functional bushcraft knife with some nice heft to it with that Schleppner. Okay, got a piece of paper here just to do an edge test with this knife right out of the box. Ooh, quite sharp, as you can see. Okay, let's talk about this fire steel that comes with it. It's nice that it has its own little lanyard, like I said, fits nicely into that sheath. And the spine of the Pars Pro knife is a nice now 90-degree flat ground spine, which allows you to really toss some amazing sparks. I'll show you some more clips of what this fire steel and knife combo looks like when they scrape sparks. So definitely worth for your bushcraft needs. Okay guys, let's do a quick comparison between the Pars Bushcraft knife, Pars Pro model, versus another popular kind of entry-level bushcraft knife, the Condor Bush Lore. So first let's talk about pricing. The Pars Pro, which is handmade in Turkey with amazing craftsmanship, attention to detail, retails for about $159 US. And then pay for shipping out of Turkey for wherever you are. As an example, here in Canada, it's 45 additional US dollars, but it took just about a week to get here once it was shipped, so awesome. The Condor Bush Lore, you can have on the gray market for as cheap as like 30 bucks US. I think retail, you might get it closer for 55, 60 US dollars. And shipping is usually more reasonable. So let's first compare the sheaves you get. Both are leather sheaves. This one from the Condor Bush Lore is made in El Salvador. It is a nice piece of leather work, but there's no like dangler option that comes with it. You can see what I actually did is I just took a key ring and kind of manipulated it to become the dangler off my belt, because I have another little piece on my belt that will hold this. So this one, if you took the default, would just have to sit high up on your belt, and I don't really like that. But the sheath itself is pretty good. No security loop, no additional holder for a fire steel or anything. Pretty basic, but does do a decent job keeping the knife in there. And overall, I mean, for the money, it's not too bad. When we look at the sheath, obviously from the Pars knife, which is handmade in Turkey, far better attention to detail, nice brass pins, excellent quality stitching, nice dangler option, and as I showed, it has the extension piece as well. You got the nice holder for your fire steel, comes included with a nice fire steel. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot more quality out of that. Now, if we compare the actual knives, you'll notice the dimensions are quite similar. So, Condor Bush Lore has the same 110 millimeter blade, so about 4.25, I guess, inches. And Scandi Grind, same thing. About the same in terms of the actual height of the blades as well. So they're quite comparable in terms of their length and dimensions. One thing that does differ in terms of their construction for the blade is the tangs. So if we look at the tangs between the two, you'll notice the thickness of the Pars Pro is thicker than what you get in the Condor Bush Lore. Now that might inhibit on the Pars Pro a little bit more finer feather sticking, stuff like that, but it's clearly a beefy and durable blade that's, you know, made to take a lot of abuse through all kinds of woodcraft, bushcraft, food prep, all that kind of stuff, right? So the tang's going to be different. The steel is obviously different. This is a carbon steel. As you can tell, it's a little bit rusted. That's mostly probably due to my lack of maintenance. I'm going to have to touch this one up, of course. Versus the Sleipner steel. So it's a bit more easy to sharpen than the Schleppner, but overall not so bad on either one. You do get wood scales on this one with some basic brass pins and a lanyard hole. The shape of the actual handles is not as robust on the Condor as it is obviously on the Pars knife. So obviously you're getting more detail in this grip and this handle, better finishing on there. So I mean, it comes down to mostly getting what you pay for, right? But as far as dimensions and stuff go, they have similar dimensions and intentions, but the quality and attention to detail by far is going to be superior on a handmade knife like this Pars Pro. Let me tell you a little story of how I came to find Pars Bushcraft knife. The other day I was scrolling through Instagram and I was looking through the hashtag Bushcraft knives page, going through some pics, and this knife that I saw really caught my attention. I literally stopped my scrolling, clicked on the pic, checked it out, and I saw the hashtag, and it was attributed to Pars Bushcraft knife. It's like, wow, this is awesome. So I went to their Instagram page, found out that they're from Turkey, and immediately I'm like, I gotta have this knife. Now, those of you who know me know my ethnic background is I'm a mix. I'm half Canadian and half Turkish. And so supporting a knife maker from Turkey with such quality was high on my list. So I reached out to them through their Instagram and also through the website to go over the specs. And I'll show you just a quick overview of the website. The knife that I was looking at on the Instagram page, which caught my attention, is the Pars Pro model. And this model is a classic and beautiful bushcraft style knife. So overall, my impressions of the Pars Pro bushcraft knife, handmade in Turkey, I'm very, very impressed with, and I can see it lasting a long, long time with proper care, of course, due to the quality materials, the thick tang, the Schleppner steel, the amazing quality of the leather work. And overall, it's not just a very functional knife, but I really appreciate that it's just such a beautiful piece of work as well. So that kind of motivates me to take it out more and more and, get the proper use out of this. This is definitely a tool that you buy that we're going to have for pretty much the life of your outdoor career. And that's why I think it's totally worth the price that they're offering. I mean, if you look on the market for other knives around 150 to even 200 US dollars, this is going to be, and it should be, right up in terms of the top performers that you can get in this price range. Some people are going to, prefer a different steel, some of those super steels, some of those carbon steels. That's all personal preference. And I don't know if they actually have any other steels in the work for these knives, but you can always contact them. I found that Ismail was super responsive, even though English wasn't his first language. Always got back to me, always willing to answer questions. Overall, very trustworthy and very, passionate about his work. So I highly recommend, if you're in the market for a quality handmade knife, take a look at their website, check out their Instagram, and consider Pars Bushcraft knife. I'll definitely do another long-term review later, and you'll see this knife in a lot more of my camping videos. So thanks for checking this one out, guys. I encourage you to get outside, and remember, as always, you are what you repeat. Take care.